So on this video we're going to look at tool 6, what I call my habit chain. I love this tool. Again, it's a daily tool, can really start to benefit and add value, and it's a very simple tool. Again, nothing complex about it. Again, the rule of the tool, I call it. There's a few rules on this tool, but one of them is to see it. So again, this is next to my get to it plan. I use these together. This is the power of these two tools. I bring my get to it plan and I bring my habit chain as well. So this is all around developing a chain of actions, something that we consistently do day in and day out, and we build a chain. And over that chain, we'll build the discipline on it. And, you know, we talk a lot about habits. There's lots of things written about habits, about how long it takes to formulate a habit, you know, lots of different things. I started to think about, okay, great, again, all this knowledge, but how can we apply it? And then started thinking about actually build a chain. You know, when you cross off things off a list, it makes you feel a certain way. And this is where this came from. It's like, well, when I cross off my action list, I feel achievement. And it makes me feel like I've accomplished something. So this is what I started to sort of put together in design around my habits, is around, I'm going to build a chain. And I know it says there's 14. Look, I've just chose a random number. I know there's lots of research around, oh, it takes 28 days or 24 days, whatever it is. I've just put for 2 weeks. I'm going to decide of a habit that I want to do, why I want to do it, and then I'm just going to work on that habit. Now, when I look at this tool, there is a rule of the tool, and this is the challenge. And this is why this tool can really, you know, bring that habitual consistency. The rule of the tool, and only you can do this, is don't cheat yourself. And it's a tough one. I've been there and I'll tell you about it. If you get to, say, day number 9, and let's say you've made the habit of getting up before 8 o'clock. You said, right, I'm going to make an intention for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to get up before 8 o'clock. I'm going to start the day nice and fresh. And you get to day 9. And let's say the night before you went out and you were out late and doing what you do. And you decided to get up at 8:30. You hit the snooze button and, oh, it's all right. I'll get up a bit later. And you're on day 9. The rule of the tool is, what do you think? You go to day 10? No. You go back to day 1. So if you get to day 9 and you do not deliver, and you have to be absolutely truthful and honest with yourself you do not deliver what your intention was, you go back to day 1. Now you're going to think, well, why are you doing this, John? Why is this a rule of the tool? Because it builds resilience. Because life is like that sometimes. We don't always do what we say we're going to do. Life comes at us, it gets in the way, it's quite hard, and we have to overcome it. And that's one of the key things around disciplines. When you feel like it, when I don't feel like it, how do I override that feeling? And this is one of the tools that overrides it. When I'm tired, when my muscles are aching maybe, when I've gone to bed late and I've made I've made that commitment to get up before 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I've got to override that feeling. I want to override it, so I bring in this tool, because I don't want to get to day 13 and then go, rule of the tool is I go back to day 1 because I didn't get up before 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So this overrides the feeling as well. I said we're very feeling creatures. We do things for feeling, and we can press the buttons while we justify it. Oh, well, I've done 13 days. That's all right. No, I made a commitment to 14 days. And there's a big why behind it, because the why will drive it. And that's the key thing with this. So this is all around, you master your circumstances with the rule of the tool. You take ownership of it, nobody else. Don't blame, don't press that button and use the excuses. Master your circumstances. A lot of this is going to be about time. Oh, I didn't have time to, I got in late, I had to work late, I had to look after the kids. I get it, I understand it. Everyone has their challenges to face. Master them. If you have to get up half hour early or go to bed half hour early, whatever it is, if you say to yourself, master the circumstances. Again, 3 words that I use, master the circumstances, John. You rule your day. Nobody else is going to do it. You rule the circumstances. You control it. Don't press the buttons. And the other thing is, know you can. Know you can build this chain. You know you can build a habit, a new one, an empowering one, as well as you can stop one as well. And that's the beauty of this tool if you see it. One is to adopt a new habit, an empowering one, something that you really want to do, something that's going to challenge you. It doesn't have to be massive. It could be a small act, a small aim. And the other thing on this tool is a habit that you want to try and stop. The one that's not empowering you, the one that's not good for you, and you know it. You have to be honest. The mirror comes up, the mirror's there, and you say, I know this is not good for me. How do I stop it? Mine, eating the chocolate, eating the sweets all the time. I can sit in my car and I can demolish a family pack of sweets like that. So I challenge myself constantly around my sweet tooth, and it builds that resilience. And I fail. I get to day 10 and I've got a long drive ahead of me, and out come the wine gums, and there I am, just out of habit eating them. And I, right, okay, go back to the tool, go back to day 1, shake yourself up, start again. The beauty of it, when you hit the end of the chain and you strengthened it, it feels great. And again, I keep these, I review them. But when you do not and you have a slip, you can ask yourself the question, was I really serious? Was my big why there? Was it going to really make those sacrifices? And rely on yourself. Call yourself out. Many a time I've called myself out because I have a great intention to do some exercise, eat some food, help somebody, or whatever it is, and I didn't do it. I call myself out, and that strengthens my resolve. It brings that personal responsibility back. It stops me pressing the buttons. And again, this is a continuous challenge. It never stops. There's no end point to this. This is what I try to say to people. It's a constant. We just go at it and go at it. I call get after it. People know me as a coach. I use it as a bit of a saying, get after it. Whatever it is you're after, get after it. And if you slip, then you go again and you go again. So, a great tool. Now you're probably thinking, why have I got a banana if you can see the banana there? I've got a banana here and everyone's thinking, John, you've lost it a little bit. Around a habit, there's lots of research, some great books on about environment. And one of my habits was to eat a piece of fruit every day. So what I do is I have cues. I also have a glass. When I talk about my glass of water, 2 glasses of water a day, I have cues in my environment that remind me to do things. So my glass is always on my kitchen side table. So when I get up in the morning, I'll make my bed, and then I'll go into the kitchen and I'll see my empty glass, and that is a cue. That reminds me to have 2 glasses of water. I have my 2 glasses of water, and then if I've got fruit in the bowl, I'll have my fruit. And sometimes I have to force it. Sometimes I don't feel like eating the fruit at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, but it's there in front of me. It's a reminder. So your environment and cues are very important. What are your cues going to be? Have the cue of the plan in front of you, seeing seeing your habit change, seeing your plan. So you might put them in your diary, somewhere that you go. Some people put them on the fridge door. I think it's a great idea. Or the cupboards that they open every morning while they're having breakfast. The plans are there, the habit change are there. Some people have them by the side of the bed. You decide what works for you in your environment. So just a little tip there around environment. I've read some great books on about putting cues in your environment if you want to start a new habit. But also on the opposite side, if you want to stop the habit. So my chocolate habit is I then don't go on Sunday and buy loads of chocolate for the week or biscuits, and make sure that they're not in the house. So again, that's a bit of discipline, a bit of determination around removing the cues from my environment. So I hope that helps. Lots to think about. Great tools, these 2. 5 and 6 are great tools because they're daily tools that you can apply and you can review, and you just get this feeling straight away that you've accomplished something. Or actually when you review it, you say, okay, so what needs to change? What do I want to change? And you can start working on it, and just keep at it, get after it, and just day by day, and sometimes you slip, so you start again. That's why I say reset, restart, reset, restart. 2 other words I use quite a lot. 2 other sayings, sorry, that I use quite a lot. I just reset and restart. If I slip, get to day 9 and I don't do it, I reset and I restart. So thank you for your time, your energy and your focus. I hope you enjoyed these last 2 videos around the tools. I'll see you on the next video where I'll summarise this next module. Take care.